I'm disappointed but not discouraged.
And then in a unanimous decision 5-0, Kwabena Boahen Lucy Supreme Court of Ghana. Now, if you ever say dear Potin, the Kwabena Boahen could be Supreme Court. Now, no Kwabena Boahen and a lawyer, Ira somewhere Akyea Echo High Court. He didn't say it was a cricket dear according to Attorney General of the country, Kwabena Boahen. Eddie, and answer Abokorono, and answer Wahe Amagana Aboka. All this about a lot of accusations in the talk Kwabena Boahen. So now, as some question na Kwabena Boahen lawyer, and I can say, try judge in our high court on pese charge no, it be the no, because according to him no, judge seems to be biased towards Kwabena Boahen. No, say on another dream the when they DSM no question, likely say judge no, e Kwabena Boahen ebetum. Inti ono Samuel Atta decided to walk out of court. A giant client in Oho, a Pia Bontain. The walking out no free honor or file. It was Supreme Court. I say Supreme Court and share sa judge and Emma judge and Metanasam no subim. Inti maintain some era Samuel Atta a kind of free high court.
Yes. Why have you abandoned the proceedings today?
I've been in the court since 9 o'clock as scheduled by the judge. We didn't see the face of the Attorney General. Other cases were being adjourned. We were waiting until all the cases were clear, giving an impression that, look, this case is what matters to the judge the most. Now, yesterday, I filed a motion for prohibition in the Supreme Court, saying that we are not comfortable that this judge will give us justice. I brought it to the attention of the judge. I also raised an issue that we should adjourn the case and abide the outcome of the application to the Supreme Court. The case is just next week in the Supreme Court. The judge is saying no, he won't grant us the adjournment and that he is ready to continue the case. As to why the judge is in an ambulance mood to continue the case and cannot wait for the Supreme Court for 1 week. The list match to be desired, and I'm caught between the rock and the hard place. How? The ambivalence that you want to disqualify a judge from hearing the case, and you sitting to continue the case. I cannot answer in the Supreme Court, so I need to leave the chamber, and then leave him to do what he wants to do best. That's why I've left the court.
Are your clients not going to be worried about you abandoning him in the courtroom?
Well, my client is there. I know he can't do any legal work for himself, but they should be glad that the lawyers are saying that they can't continue with the case. They could have also gone out of the court, but they are accused persons because they agree with me. But because they are accused persons, they can't get out of the court. That's why they are there. Because they are accused, but not that they endorse what the judge did.
If you go to the Supreme Court, we are not preempting, and the Supreme Court sends you back to the High Court, how will your approach be?
Well, let's leave it to the Supreme Court. I don't want to play clairvoyance. I think we have a good case for the Supreme Court to consider. That's what we are doing. We don't know what the Supreme Court will do, and you don't want to play lottery with this very sensitive case.
According to Samuel Atta, a lot of things also on an agreement. Trial seems to have taken side already. It is one way and the client ebetum. The 5-0 ya pamno. Take Kwabena Boahen call no corner judge in Tanku Diasem because won't even mokoro no mind time because I will know which you see Nipo Midi Wasem. In the judges and say Nipa 5 there. Kwabena Boahen call the Uncle Canasem. Now when I hear Samuel Atta champion, I say, oh, very disappointed. But when they could Diasem, if it's a chairman, honorable lawyer. Now I always think a judge Yampam Nifro, Supreme Court to Nipa 5 in the BNT Wasem. It's the only case. Won't you mean this kind of my now one time you see people could do a same say day number but you intend some you was some attachment a kind.
Yes, your request to have the judge prohibited obviously have been turned down by the Supreme Court. Your immediate reaction?
Well, I'm disappointed but not discouraged. We'll see how the case will travel.
How does it feel going back to the same court that you...
It doesn't move me at all. The only persuasion a judge will have is the law. I'm not going to have a banter with him. I'm not going to fight him over anything. I'm just going to protect the law. It doesn't move me at all.
Are you looking at appealing against this decision?
Yeah, this is a 5-0, so that is a tall order. You mean review?
Yeah.
That's a tall order. So we'll soldier.
All right, so what? I was a minor woman. Sometimes I've been wondering, I said, dear Potinama, and ranting in my and about my no. It seems to say, you pajapadi any sikasem too much. A young person, according to Tony General, the mind weighing security in some ashawansa. Why wouldn't you concentrate on that? But rather than you decide to say, obey you so quite crying, Eddie, we are my nisika. Men judge, you know, I'm not saying say what the bonnet because I'm not quoting we quote and you say I'm part we but I'm just saying it generally. Say, assume is the Maya Shemensa, and I say, Yamama Jumbo Minum. Instead of concentrating on a Jumano, Semeye, Nagana di Abenyamno. Why will I think, say, I was saying, Yesika? I've been thinking, I need to know. I need to know why somebody in a country like Ghana will think like that. A dear person about him, so okay, yeah, the Maya Shawansa. And I say, my energy may be as a young person or as a young lady, and I shall once now who's the cano or Kwabena canina. Now, according to Attorney General, the third accused persons, the friend Mildred or something, Donko or something like that, even decided, say, ye knew on the for no sign testify against Kwabena Dubahe because no one sketching the dear Kwabena Dubahe, anybody a Kwabena Dubahe, and it's a fire, allegedly. That came from Attorney General. So Attorney General called court no, and Attorney General decided to drop the case of the third accused persons because the third accused persons now in Nigeria say Obekasa Magana because we need to quickly dia Kwabena Dubahe Akyea. Until you are dropping the case, I no better testify against Kwabena Dubahe. But one was a mind no young winning maybe because Ghana no see I'm winning a young casa no phone so they are say Ghana. Sometimes that is my worry, that is my problem. Because here Kwabena Dubahe issue we are. Imagine say a young man like Kwabena Dubahe, and then a yearing in a Attorney General bet me could Jomo Kujina court say Sebe allegedly one for Kotikwan be so Akyea mind zika and as a bokorono el mino. Oh say idea a serious issue because men can minimum ebia papa and a bokorono kwa can a year de enka hobi. But this is the case of Kwabena Dubahe as a bano. Near the Kwabena Dubahe year so I there I can hobi. Meaning say I don't know no none a year so a supporter. That is something. And then the second thing we need to discuss is say, it seems to say, as a young people, no Kwana, this time Ghana, no, yeah, they chronosem eba mayno. Because when you look at all the cases at Attorney General that court on corruption or corruption related offences now, these are all young people nan ka be madwin no, and say say this adwin no eba yitim. Because they nim say nka omo ma bo mo bra wie, and I sebe omo dis answer money way, but if it's coming say the young people they all mind so no Sagi Kurana and Suya there. That is Mr. Ghana and minimum direction of Ghana echo. If I show him, who does a direction would not direction be who is that kind of direction and a Ghana and Bacodia. We all need to discuss this kind of things because women tell say Kwabena Dubahe is a young man, Mildred is a young man, Kwabena Dubahe is a young lady or young woman. Go ahead or one Rashida Sani or something. They are all young people. But look at them. When they got a very brilliant opportunity to serve their own country, Sikakiki the ceremony according to Attorney General, look at this NSS scandal, Abai. The same young people, NAS and a young lady, young man, that is what they've been doing. Here, Papaya was an China or Tamalini or Zokoboko, the same young people, Buffer Stockney, the same young people. So what is happening in Ghana? Because it seems to say the young man seems to the love for money does too much. And then one other thing they say, allegedly they couldn't even spend the money at the top watches I can see, bags I can see, near the far flight, near the third night. They say Kwabena Dubahe and Quantum could never go third night 27. Men can say a dime, we can't die as a single. We are talking about the whole building, estate, communities. Many people are cooked to be 27 a boom. Hey, now somewhere there, look at a young lady like this Rashida, allegedly no, etimi koto a fee or airport residential area, over $2 million cash. No pages can they come. Let's ask ourselves, what was all this says? Over there was a bit of money, not independent about $2 million. Then the panic it the cash. Now was watching. Umi says this can unya because Ghana, I mentioned anti Ghana, as it seems to say there is a problem in the country. I see you have any address because you have any abuse for Ghana, the Ghana because problem. Because oral find is a buyer, no, and yes, can you get it? Nipa don't go court look as can boma and yes, can get what NSS scandal way. And according to Auditor General's report, no, over 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. Sikani in Aqua billion, no, I'm not talking about million, billion Ghana cedis. Give to a worry while serving Oti NSS as an executive, chief executive, deputy chief executive, no. Assign a Jessica or because she's also at the same time a student. Into a school also Jessica. National Service personnel. So we school no. To all you no GP no. No National Service car. And we can boom over 7,000 cedis. But Jesus can in a second. A second scholarship. I could jam on any papa mental medi. Now what is wrong with our people? Because they do this kind of don't you even think this can we medi? I'm here that once and back. And I can't me. Now a buyer can to him come together with Ukunu. Now what I say? The whole Ghana Sikano and a movie are there. Then it's a problem for our society. Ghana, we have a problem. Man, sometimes when I've been thinking about all these kind of things, I don't think up by me. Because me in Ghana, who baby at the Ghana Neko. That is a party at the Ghana Neko. Nobody even knows. Because mine, no, I was for me when you Jalala, having too much. At the end of Kwabena Supreme Court said, "Man, for calling good was him. Who Timmy going for Ghana Sika, as a Major owner, could you see? Jaja, Sabi Omedu was him. Call 5-0. Unanimous decision. Their pump Kwabena Dubai. Couldn't go in as him. You do as a movie and say when you're Bonivia, what they call. That's why I wanted the answer one day. A whole piano. Come at this as a woman, you started a pump, you won't tie this in senses at home. I have pumped in us and a light. Yes, was a bimbe decans a woman, and you won't be mother. So this is the debate. With the Munufia, Medini William Munufia Makona. In the comment section, who may in fire against Chemra, they didn't come said direction Benny Pessi de Ghana. Echo. Are we building a society of corruption? And a producer in the society says corruption needs to become the normal norm in the society. And I said, do you think that there are some ways that you make him the sister animal we are no? But for adventure in the comment section. That's it.